Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Tuesday, June the 1st. And welcome to our video commentary, our first commentary in the month of June. Well, it's interesting what's happening with COVID. Here in the United States, we are, depending on where you live, but for the most part, we're moving in the direction of returning to sort of things being normal. They will never be 100% normal, of course, but more and more we're moving in that direction. We're seeing more and more places, removing a mask, opening up. Here in Texas, pretty much we've been 100% open since the middle of March, and all the numbers are trending down. All the numbers of cases and the number of deaths are down. Unfortunately, there are still people who get it, and more unfortunately, there are still people who die from it. But the tendencies, the trends are clearly down. And I think across the country, there has been a massive reduction in the number of cases. Well, that's not the case in other countries. I just heard this morning that Peru, the country in South America, has recalculated their numbers. And now their total number of people who have died from COVID is 180,000. They've gone from like 36,000 to 100,000, 180,000. And just to compare that, Peru and Texas have roughly the same population, 30 million people. Our total COVID number of people who've died from COVID is 50,000. Their total is 180,000. So roughly the same population, and they're 3.5 times more. Now, when you read between the lines, what's going on in Peru? Well, a lot of it has to do with the fact that their healthcare system was simply not ready for this. They just weren't ready, and their hospitals are overwhelmed. So unfortunately, a lot of people have died from this, especially in the rural areas where they just weren't getting any medical attention. Then over in Chile, which is the country just further south from Peru, they're having another problem. They were one of the first countries to vaccinate. They were doing a great job. But now they're finding out that the Chinese vaccine is apparently not working out as well as they thought. And many people are having, they're getting COVID again, even though they've been vaccinated twice, and they're sort of pulling back on the Chinese vaccine. So it's just amazing to me when you compare what's happening in other countries, and there are other countries in trouble too. I'm just talking about a couple of them today. And then you compare that with the United States, how well we're doing. And I think there's a couple of things that you have to say about the United States and why we're doing so well. Number one, you got to give credit to President Trump for getting everything in motion and getting those vaccines out there by January. The fact is that we've been able to vaccinate lots of people because we have vaccines, and a lot of countries don't. And the other thing working for the United States, I think, is our excellent healthcare system. That, people criticize the United States and they say the United States this and the United States that, but we have actually an excellent healthcare system. And I think it shows up in the way we've been able to contain and deal with COVID. So bad news in some other countries, fairly good news here in the United States. That's the reality of it. Thank you for watching. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.